Welcome to Cashflow Diary, a podcast where we discuss business, money, real estate, and the sharing economy. As a full-time real estate investor, entrepreneur, and all-around problem solver, I have had the privilege of developing individuals into powerful business owners. And today, the focus turns towards you. Our mission is to help you build your real estate empire by leveraging strategies to grow yourself, your mind, and your wallet. Let's get started.
Quick question, or actually comment. I think it's really cool, like, even though I haven't been here that long, I've been here still less than a year. I think it's cool how in the program you've stayed on the court with us, you're pretty involved. And then also, like, even though I'm working towards getting on every call, I've kind of, just by being around the roadmap, I went and got a car. It wasn't a Tesla, but it was something smaller, and even for me, like, that's even bringing in like an extra $500 a month. It's just, just a testimony to us who are still staying with the program. It's just kind of cool to see you like on the court doing stuff with us, for those who have been in like just different programs or tried different things. And, personally, I've put like a lot of money into just trying to be an entrepreneur or being an entrepreneur, not even trying. And it's just kind of cool to see, even if you didn't share anything with us, and you were just doing it for your own gain or whatever, just by being on the court, seeing how we're involved, I think that's really unique. Seeing the global aspect, the different people, Ben, his challenges, it's just very, the diversity of people, just what we're doing. It's not just real estate, but it's the whole gamut. That's pretty cool. So, I just wanted to say that real quick because it's pretty cool. You rarely get a chance to see it.
Awesome. I appreciate that. And I guess the way of saying that is it's what I felt I was missing, right? I had to imagine it in my head. What would that look like? And until I did it, until I, stumbled forward and let it materialize before me, it was just more challenging to move. It was more challenging to move and to move quickly. So it's just born out of trying to make it easier for everyone else to be able to move forward too. That's really it. I mean, if you can see, oh, that's what that's supposed to look like. That's how that happens. Well, why didn't you just say so? That's kind of like the thought process is to hopefully lower that barrier, because I just feel like there's too strong of a barrier between everybody in the world of real estate and finances in general. So thank you. We're just trying to lower that barrier and make it easier. Not that it makes it easy, just easier. So
what do you do where do you put all your apps for the systems? Mm-hmm. Like the Smart B&B and Noise Aware and just like all the different apps, do you have them in one folder, and then are you able to then give that folder to who is the person that you give that folder to? So when like a new unit comes online, they handle that onboarding of the units into all the system.
Got it. So I'm actually at the reverse now. I literally turned most of the apps off and don't actually have them on my phone anymore, because now that has been offloaded, and that is where Della sits. Della sits in the position of making sure that everybody gets onboarded on the team properly. That's literally part of and what she does. That's what she designed. She designed the process to make sure that everybody gets onboarded properly on that side of the business with all of the correct apps and all of the correct logins and all of the correct policies and procedures on our SOP board, so that so that they know what their job is and what to do and how to do what to do, from day one, but yet they train with another person for a while and then they fly solo. You'll need a customer experience manager. And once you're ready to go to 24/7, it'll take at least five. I would recommend 7. That way you can have a manager who can float in terms of time, what times they're available to work with people if someone's, struggling or has some challenges. And you can also have I think we do a 1 hour overlap on both sides, so that transition can because you can't have someone stop at 8 o'clock and a new person start at 8 o'clock. The new person has to come on at 7 in order to make everything work, because there's a transition of whatever the current challenges might be, or who's delivering a blanket to whom, or you know what I'm saying? If there are any text messages, voicemails, that type of stuff, or reservations, direct reservations that are coming in, they just got to transfer all that stuff. So you're going to need 7 people to make sure that the overlap is there. Does that make sense?
So basically, the onboarding, you can kind of spread that across your businesses. You need that somebody managing onboarding, whether it's students or whether it's properties.
Absolutely.
Right. So that's okay.
Yeah,
that's
no matter what it is, whether you've got onboarding. I almost feel like I should just be quiet and let you answer this. Just so you know. Because that's kind of where Mary comes in, especially on this side, is making sure that that part of the operation, it runs smoother than it has in the past. So you have onboarding for your customer, you have onboarding for your team. So there's onboarding, there's offboarding, and there's training. All of those have to get made into separate systems, so that when you bring on a new unit, because you've heard me say this, if you doubled the number of units tomorrow, does your personal workload increase or increase? The answer to that is yes, it does. Then there's something inside of your system that's missing. Identify the missing parts of the system. And it sounds like that's what you're doing right now, at least the last couple of days, because you've been asking much different questions than what you normally do. So something's happening over there, and I'm excited by it. So, but that's what you've got to have that piece in order to make that work.
Thank you for tuning in to the Cashflow Diary podcast. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please subscribe, share with a friend, and leave a rating and a review. If you'd like to keep the conversation going, head over to CashFlowDiary.com to sign up for our email list, as well as check out all the links and resources in the show notes. Thank you again. Until next time.